everyone, Pants here with a brand new update video. Haven't made one of these in a while. This is just going to be kind of one of those regular updates. Just a heads up on what's next. Some miscellaneous details. First and foremost, the two LPs that I've got, Heretic and Pokemon Red. I have actually got back to Pokemon, and I've been working on Heretic a bit too. So, that being said, last time I had one of these update vids, I said I'd be finishing Heretic and then going back to Pokemon, but ultimately I decided, I thought about it and I decided I'll just do both simultaneously, go back and forth between the two, and just update them as I can. With that being said, I have a couple more Heretic videos ready to go, and I'm working on more Pokemon videos. And once I run them through the editing software that I use, get them rendered, they'll be good to go. With that statement made, I have a disclaimer. These are going to be some long videos. I'm talking half-hour or more. So, yeah, I'm going to make as many of them as I can in advance and just get them as I get them done. And yeah, with Pokemon Red, anyone who may have seen the first 5 episodes of that series know that those are some long videos. Those are about 20-30 minutes. Well, the Heretic videos, they started out kind of short, but as I got to some tougher levels in that particular game, the video length compensated. It got longer accordingly. Now we're going to be regularly passing the 30-minute mark. So, with that being said, yeah, 30-minute average on the Heretic videos, probably from here on out. I finally got the first 2 maps of Episode 3, and I'm working on the 3rd map of Episode 3 of that game. So, Heretic is roughly halfway done. Pokemon, at the time that I'm making this, what I have recorded, I've made some progress in up to Celadon City. But I'm planning on recording even beyond that. There's a part that I really want to get to in the game. But anyway, I've got more Pokemon Red and more Heretic. And with Heretic, actually, one thing I was kind of thinking about, that game, along with some other PC games from that era, there's a set of cheat codes that you can type in, and I was thinking of covering those in a bonus video, but I decided, probably not worry about it, because those cheat codes, at this point, you can just look them up anywhere. There's a series of just passwords you type in, they have different effects. One of them was a level select cheat. You just type in the code and you would skip to a different level, and there are 3 maps in that game that you can only access in that manner. And I was thinking of ending the cheat code section by showing that off. And given the length that Heretic is already, in terms of difficulty, and just some of the later maps are going to be long anyway, I figure probably best to just leave them off, not worry about that too much. So, just a disclaimer there. Now back to Pokemon Red specifically. I'm making progress, Probably not as fast as some people might like, not as fast as other people might have in that regard, but I'm just playing it as me. You know, I'm not drawing it out with any gimmicks. I'm just playing through it, doing my best to progress through it, but mostly I'm just going through, just enjoying the game, you know, nothing fancy about that, nothing too out there. And kind of thought about some extra stuff I could add into that one. I already showed off how you can get Mew in the Gen 1 games, and I'm thinking of kind of revisiting that later on, and I'm kind of looking forward to that actually, just thinking about how I'm going to go about doing that, when I'm going to add that in. At first I thought I was going to probably have it like bonus videos, that post-game content, but at the same time, as expansive as some of that stuff is, well, I figure I could probably put it during the main series, just as just to kind of take a break. So, I'm looking forward to it. And once Heretic and Pokemon are both done, I'm thinking about what I want to do next in terms of videos or gaming and Let's Play videos. A while back I had a few videos of the indie game Audio Surf. Well, that was just a side thing. I only have a few. I wanted to make some more, but that, you know, didn't really work, so I figured just hold off on that. Pretty much. I have some games that I would like to do LPs for, but there's some preparation that I would have to do first. There's some preparation I've already been doing for one of the games I want to do, and I'm heavily leaning toward focusing on just that one game once I'm in a position to start it. Pretty sure once I get it rolling, I get it out there, it's probably gonna be get some attention at least. May not be the best playthrough of that particular game, but it's one that I have fun with. It's one that I think a lot of people enjoy. I don't know. I'm rambling at this point. Shifting gears a little. Besides the gaming videos that I've been doing a bit lately, there's some other content that I wanted to touch on. One of those is one that I've wanted to get into for a while, time-lapse art videos, speed painting videos. I want to get into that, but again, there's a little bit of preparation that I would need to do first. Some equipment I would have to pick up. Nothing too strenuous there. Of that, I have a couple of those videos I made a while back. Thing is, one of those is a kind of a personal project, so I'm keeping that to myself. Because, again, personal project, I had some of my own reasoning behind making it. The other one, I had intended on making public. And with that, plus all of these other ones, and the other ones that I would want to make, not only would it be a playlist on another playlist on YouTube, I would also have it as fuel for my DeviantArt page, which I really need to get back to. Artist block. Anyway, besides wanting to get into that, a while back, in an update video I had a while back, I made mention of the Advocate Discusses series that I do, that I've done on this channel. The premise, for those that don't know or haven't watched any, is pretty much I pick a topic and I just talk about it, share my thoughts about the topic in question, and I thought about some topics that I want to touch on that I haven't touched on yet. I have an idea for the next one of those I want to make. A while back I jotted down some things I wanted to talk about. I feel like I need to clean it up a bit, just reorganize my thoughts on that. And with thinking about that, it got me to thinking about the format I use for those videos. When I first started those, I made them in the format that my prior update videos were done in, same as the format this video is done in, where it's just my channel icon displayed on screen and my voice and some music over it. I started off making the Advocate Discusses series in that format, and then in part of the way in, I changed it to just making up, a kind of a custom opening based off of the topic I was discussing, and then switched to a face shot. I thought about, and thinking about all of that, I thought about how dumb of me it was to just change the format like that, when, personally, I don't feel it was really necessary. I feel like there was a change, it was just pointless pandering, and the old format was fine. I only changed it because, as I stated in a video back then, there was a comment, not from YouTube or anything, it was just from a buddy of mine that I've alluded to in videos before. He threw out the comment about me making like a character to represent the channel, and I shot that down. It was like, if I wanted to do, first off, if I wanted to do something like that, I'd do it myself. I'd draw my own character, because I'm quite capable of doing that. And besides that, it would turn the channel into something that I did not want it to be. So that's why I've been kind of shifting the kind of content I make, because I looked at it and I needed some diversity. Most people who've been paying attention to my channel probably have an idea what I'm talking about. So, yeah, it's just kind of a housekeeping issue in that regard. And yeah, I mean, the content of the videos themselves, it'd still be the same kind of thing. I'd be covering just a topic, I'd be talking about it, sharing my thoughts, but the idea was that it'd be kind of like a podcast, just in somewhat of a video form, and I was fine with that. It was just a side thing that I felt like starting, and like I said, I want to get back to it. I have another one of those planned, and I do occasionally think about some topics I would want to cover. There's plenty of stuff I could talk about a bit, and jeez, yeah, there's a lot to it. I mean, everyone's got stuff they would like to see, but It's the same thing with the LP topic or the painting, the picture topic. Everyone's got stuff that they would want to see me draw, or people got requests for games they'd like to see me play. All kinds of stuff like that. And let's see. And in terms of YouTube, I think that's about it. So, shifting gears, there's some non-YouTube projects that I have. They're just sort of pre-existing things that I've been working on. Specifically the main thing in terms of stuff I've been working on, just fan fiction. It's sort of been, it's been on deck for a while. And actually I think a couple that I haven't updated in a while. And, you know, one's been up quite a bit longer than the other. So it's that older one that I've been really working on updating more, just as I get the chance to. I just revise the outline, add more to the outline, and at the point that I have planned, I've actually been working on writing the story out to just getting all of what I have planned written out. And a while back there was actually some, you know, mistakes that I found in the story. Just mostly some of it was just odd grammar or spelling mistakes that I made without realizing, just random typos. And then there was one section where I just fixed something that didn't really make sense. It was just I reworded a sentence, that's all. And not much else to really say about that. I mean, yeah, I got other projects. And let's see. Yeah, I already mentioned DeviantArt. Not really working on anything for that right now. It's just as the inspiration hits me, you know, as I get stuff together for DeviantArt, I post it. I just haven't made anything in a while. Like that. The image that I alluded to just a little bit ago, one of the pictures that I made a time-lapse video of, that was made back in the spring of 2015. So it's coming on to New Year's of 2016. So, we're talking of the two fan fictions, two stories that I am working on. One hasn't been updated in, at this point, almost 2 years. And then the other one, about a year, almost a year and a half. I cannot believe it's been that long already. Time flies. Yeah, just personal stuff, you know, real life does have to come first. That's a big reason why I take such long breaks from the DeviantArt stuff, the fanfiction stuff, and the YouTube stuff, because really, at the end of the day, you're taking care of all this other stuff on my own time. I'm exhausted sometimes, and I just, it can only do so much in a day. So it's usually this other stuff that gets shoved to the side. And like everything else, creatively speaking, there's that creator anxiety. You make something, and you post it, and you're just afraid of going back and seeing the kind of feedback you got from it. Or you make something and you're afraid to just post it to begin with because you're afraid of the feedback that you'll get. And admittedly, that, I feel, is the biggest reason behind procrastinating this kind of stuff. You just put it off because of that underlying anxiety. For me, most of it is legitimately, I have a busy schedule. I do a lot of stuff in terms of living. Literally, that's what it comes down to. You know, I work full time, and what time I'm not working, I'm getting important things taken care of, and I'm sleeping. You know, just doing what I need to do, doing what I can with what time I have left, which isn't always a lot. So, I actually do have some time to spare, full time off work, so I'm taking the chance to catch up on some of the stuff that I just, you know, really haven't touched on in a while. And admittedly, I do miss it. I do miss the kind of... It gives me something to do in my spare time. So, I don't know. This is something else to look forward to. And I know it's not something that has to be done right away, but it is something that I can do. And it's something that I have fun doing. Admittedly, I may not be as good as some other people out there. I may not be as good an artist as some other people. I may not be as good an author as some people. I may not be as good at making videos as other people on YouTube. But that doesn't matter, because with what I do make, yes, I admit that it's not perfect. It is. I make what I make because I enjoy it, and I put time into it, I put effort into it, and at the end of the day, I am happy with the end result. I'm satisfied with it, and I feel like if the creator of a thing is happy enough with it, then, you know, typically other people feel a little better about it too. Like, it's been said that if you're not having fun, why bother? And also, you shouldn't cater to people without justification. Like, if it boils down to you change something just because of some comments that you get, like the example I gave, and you end up not liking it after you changed it, then change it back. Be yourself and learn to filter the feedback that you get. Know when to take advice in terms of improving yourself, and also know when to handle criticism in a mature manner. Get better and go from there. And in my case, this isn't true for everybody, but most of the skill that I've picked up over time, trial and error. You know, I sit down and I tinker with stuff, and I figure it out, and I get better over time. And that's really no exception with making these videos or making all that other stuff that I make. It's just, I have some fun with it. You know, early on in my YouTubing days, I was just goofing off. The videos I made back then, I threw stuff together, and I got a bit of a kick out of it. I got some satisfaction. And then once I was able to, I diversified. I made different kinds of videos, and those were a legitimate effort. I wasn't making them to make people laugh. Specifically, I was making them for different kinds of entertainment. The AMVs that I've made, those custom music videos I made, those were made for just entertaining in terms of music fans. The gaming videos, plenty of gamers out there besides myself, obviously. That was one of the things I got into just because. And once I got the chance, I decided to try my hand at Let's Plays, and I like it. It's different, but it's fun. And same with making the music videos. I never really thought to try that, because back then, the closest thing I had to that were slideshows of different songs. And I thought that was nice. But once I was able to make proper videos, I did so. And of course, since then, I've also made plenty more laugh-inducing videos. And the Advocate Discusses is another side thing I just decided to do. More so an informative kind of thing. Giving my own opinion, just talking about stuff that was on my mind. And the thing is that I'm not sure if it's come up or not, but the main kind of content that I plan on touching on there is strictly like TV shows or games or things like that. Things that I actually talk about that doesn't pertain to what's in the news, what's in politics, things like that. I mean, I could give my opinion, but then it would just start a firestorm, and I frankly don't want to deal with it. I mean, I gotta put up with it as it is, and with people I work with, or people or strangers that I pass when I'm out and about. And yeah, like the stuff I hear when I'm listening to the radio, like one of the radio shows that I sometimes listen to, the host clearly is a guy who said comments, he's just talking down to the people that call in, and he clearly has no idea what he's talking about. He says stuff, and he just clearly does not know what he's talking about, puts his foot in his mouth multiple times, and it's just, sometimes it's funny, but sometimes it's just sad how dumb this guy comes off as. Just how ignorant he is. But anyway, that kind of thing, that's more of a political talking program. So yeah, that's the kind of thing that I actually prefer to leave off my channel. I don't want that. I don't want that kind of talk coming up on the channel. I don't need it. I never really felt the need to add that. So anyway, rambled on about that for a while. So I think, for all intents and purposes, I think I will go ahead and wrap this up. Not much else to really say, so until next time, this is Advocate of Fans with the episodes of Heretic and Pokemon coming after this.